Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper has decided not to speak at the UN General Assembly. Instead, he attended a private ceremony where he received an award by a Jewish-sponsored organization. Former U.S. Secretary of State Henry Kissinger handed the Appeal of Conscience Foundation Award to the Canadian Prime Minister. Now, Harper used the event to criticize the United Nations. He accused the UN members of using the world body as a forum to single out Israel. The opposition party in Canada said Harper's decision to avoid the UN General Assembly was, quote, absolutely ridiculous. They say it sends the message that Ottawa does not care about the UN. Many in Canada are extremely worried about the Prime Minister's conservative policies. Harper is also accused of locking his government behind a wall of secrecy, defunding democratic institutions, and giving away Canada's sovereignty to Britain and Israel. Well, in Canada, many are saying that the award given to Stephen Harper for being a champion of human rights and democracy is, quote, a sad joke. Many in Canada accuse the government of selling off its sovereignty and cracking down on democratic institutions, as we've just told you. Earlier, we were joined by our correspondent Joshua Blakeney in Calgary. Let's hear what he had to say.
So everybody who can read and use the internet understands that Israel is a periodic violator of human rights. And so, of course, someone who whitewashes those crimes is going to ingratiate themselves with the Zionist regime. And that appears to be what Prime Minister Stephen Harper has been doing. And for doing so, he's received an award. I mean, some would say it's almost Kafkaesque that you have someone like Henry Kissinger, who throughout the Cold War participated in many violations of human rights in Vietnam, in Chile with the coup d'etat. Christopher Hitchens wrote a whole book on it, indicting Henry Kissinger for his war crimes, that he should be handing an award to Prime Minister Harper for human rights, freedom and democracy is perhaps appropriate, seeing as he himself opposed all those pinnacles throughout his career as a statesman. So Canadians, I think, are upset with the fact that Canada, under the Harper regime, I won't call it a government because, of course, the 2011 election is disputed. Canada, under the Harper regime, has shifted from being a country that used to engage in multilateral negotiations, tried to embrace international institutions, to one that supports this kind of Judeo-Christian unilateralism, one that supports basically Israel's war on terror.
The Kenyan army says it's taken over the southern Somali port city of Kismayo that used to be controlled by al-Shabaab fighters. A spokesman for the Kenyan military has said that the city has fallen to Kenyan and Somali government troops. He says the forces pounded the fighters' stronghold from the air and ground, but al-Shabaab fighters deny the victory claim, saying they're still fighting the troops 9 kilometers